Good evening, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan from mpiinvest.com and welcome back to our evening market podcast. Well, the Nifty opened with a big gap down today at 16,917, and just as we discussed in our weekly meeting, the 16,800 to 900 support continues to be a major support, and we could see the market rising. In fact, the market opened and since then did not go to the day's low and just continued rising, and we could see some extra power coming in post lunch, and the market finally closed at 17,069, just above 17,000, which of course is sounding good because the 17,000 level is also a major resistance which has been broken. So of course we are looking forward for the market to rebound. Everything is looking positive in India except for the inflation, which we have been discussing multiple times, but the results which have been coming in India have been really good. I will talk about it a little later, but before that, coming to the FII DIA data, the FIIs have continued to sell today also to the tune of 1,853 crores, and the DIIs continue to buy, but this time slightly higher than FIIs. They bought for 1,951 crores. So that's exactly why we could see some positivity in the market, and also since we had a major result today, which was HDFC. I will of course talk about it a little later. So we could see HDFC moving upwards, and I'm sure that indicates some good news there. Well, if you look at the sectors, capital goods, auto and IT sector actually fell today, and we could see some buying in FMCG sector, metal, power and realty. In fact, if you look at MPI portfolio, our top gainers have been Nosil, which was up by 5%, IndusInd Bank up by 4% after a good result, and Gujarat Gas up 2.8%. We also had our some favorite stocks, Tata Power, Shriram Transport Finance, Tata Steel and HDFC also in the positive territory. But if you look at Nifty 50, the top gainers were of course IndusInd Bank with good results, Coal India, which we had discussed in the meeting that their production and supply has increased, and we could see some power in Coal India there. It was up almost 2.6% in the day. Power Grid continues to go up 2.11%. Tata Steel also with expectation of good profits being announced was up 2%. ITC was leading the FMCG sector with 1.64% gain. The major losers were Eicher Motors, which was down 3.43%, Apollo Hospital down 3.4%, Titan down 2.94% and Bajaj Auto down 2.8%. Of course, the sales numbers of auto companies have not been that great like we have discussed. Of course, Tata Motors is something exceptional. If you look at Indian market otherwise, small negative news that we can see is the surge of COVID patients again in Delhi. So, Delhi government has actually increased the number of beds for COVID patients in 2 hospitals already, which is not sounding really good. In fact, they say this new variant of COVID actually has different symptoms again. So there are descriptions of diarrhea also given for this COVID case. So let us see how things turn up. But again, if there is a eruption, but I don't think it could be really serious. But still, yes, this is going to keep us under our blankets for some more time. Now, coming to some good news now. ICRA actually came up with a report saying that the gold jewelry consumption would grow by 11% in FY23. So this is actually good for Titan, and that's exactly why we had recommended Pro Rajan to add Titan today. I hope some of you already have it. I already have a good chunk of investment in Titan and continue to hold that. And with the LIC IPO opening up soon, I'm sure many of you would be ready to apply, especially all those members who are having LIC policy with them, because you get a discount of almost 50 rupees because of you being a customer with LIC. So that one, along with that, there is a happy news, that is in the grey market. I told you yesterday the grey market prices have been going up. It went up from 15 to 75, and as on today it has almost gone to 90 rupees. So that means there is going to be some demand, and there would also probably be some listing gains when that comes up. So if you are a LIC policy holder, if you are going to get a discount of about 50 rupees and an additional 90 rupees, which could be more than 10% return on a listing gain, and of course that could be good for a LIC policy holder. So probably it should be a good pick for you to get a 10% returns quickly. Of course, if you get the allotment of IPO. Now, yes, talking about yet another amazing news, HDFC reported an amazing profit. The profit is good, and that's why we could see the stock also rallying up today. In fact, major part of the rally was actually supported by HDFC today, along with support from ITC, Tata Steel, Power Grid, and Coal India, but majorly supported by HDFC. Apart from that, we could see Maruti also kind of getting normal. In fact, Maruti also has a news. They say that company is going to increase the prices of the cars majorly because of the rising input cost. So this actually can be profitable for them. It can increase the profit levels, and that's exactly why we can see some positivity on the auto sector. Yet another favorite stock of ours, Tata Chemicals, went up, roaring up, by 9.89%, majorly after the company announced stellar quarterly returns. In fact, the consolidated net profit for the last quarter stood at 1,400 crore, which is up 221%. So this has been one of our favorite stock picks, and I'm sure a lot of us are holding it. So enjoy the good profits. We could also see IndusInd Bank shares going up by 4.17% after good results announced, as discussed in the morning market podcast. But we also could see Fino Payment Banks falling down by 7%. Yes, it is a company specific news. In fact, in the parent company, there has been a vote against reappointment of its chairman and independent director Mahendra Kumar Chauhan. So this is not a great news when there is an internal objection itself. So this is why we could see Fino Payments going down. Of course, this is in our radar. We are holding some investment there. Let us see how it goes. So I am closely tracking this for now. Apart from that, we could also see Wipro falling down by almost 3% today, majorly because of the attrition levels going up, which we had discussed in the report. And we could see Wipro settling below 500. So 500 is a good level, of course, and there is good time to start a SIP into Wipro, so that over a period of time we can get some good profits there. So that is it for now. In fact, the market was kind of consolidating. We did not have a major movement, but this was expected, as we discussed in the morning market podcast, because tomorrow is a holiday. Definitely people don't want to start investing today, because anything can happen today evening, and especially tomorrow evening, because I told you tomorrow evening the Fed meeting starts in the US market, and that is the major focus for next 2 days. The meeting is going on Tuesday and Wednesday, and the outcome of the meeting would actually come out on Wednesday. In fact, 50 BPS hike in interest rates is expected, as informed by Jerome Powell already. But if there is anything more than that, we could see the market actually falling further, and that's something to be watched out. Now coming to the US market right now, as we talk, when I look at US market, all the three markets are kind of slightly in green. In fact, it has been rising since the open. All the three markets in US have been on a small uptrend. Let us hope it continues. However, we are closed tomorrow, which is not the case with US. They are open tomorrow also. So it is 2 days. Whatever the moment happens in US has to be factored in the Indian market on Wednesday. And Thursday being expiry, things are going to be kind of again with a lot of volatility in the market. So I am sure we are used to seeing this huge volatility in the coming last few days, and I am sure Silver Plus Gold and Gold Plus members are happy with the volatility, as they are making good money there. But for investors, yes, this is a time to go on SIP mode, continue SIPs, continue invested, and we will definitely reap beautiful benefits as the markets come up. So that is what I am expecting. However, tomorrow being a holiday, we don't have any market reports for tomorrow. Let us catch up on the morning podcast on Wednesday. Do press the like button to support us, and do put your feedbacks and comments below, so that it can help us improve our content, and also ensure that you get the right content of your choice. So with that, this is Srikanth Rajan signing off until we catch up day after tomorrow. Goodbye.